Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Mind Mastery, 4 days intensive for business success and personal fulfillment. This is day 2 of our 4-day webinar. So, my name is Nina Robert, and I am joined today with my colleague Ahmed, with whom I am doing this webinar. So, if you joined us since yesterday, you know that this is a 4-day training for business owners, for professionals of all kinds, and for entrepreneurs. So all in the aim to help you achieve your goal and achieve more success and more personal fulfillment. So we are streaming live today on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube live. And we are also on Zoom. So if you want to join us on Zoom, if you're watching live on LinkedIn, for example, you will find the link in our bio or in the link to the event to join us on Zoom. If not, please leave a comment and we will send you the Zoom link right away. So welcome again. I'll let you get ready. I am ready, and Ahmed, I think you're ready too. Let's
Yes, you're
maybe
welcome.
take a minute to represent ourselves again. If you joining us for the first time, my name is Nina Robert. I live in Paris, and I'm a success and mindset coach. I'm also a Procter Gallagher consultant, and I help entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals to set up and achieve high goals, get a better life, get a better career, get a better financial income. Whatever you want, you can achieve it quite easily and quite quickly. This is what we're here for today. And Ahmed, my colleague, is also a Procter Gallagher consultant. He's also a mindset coach, and he helps all kinds of professionals as well to achieve big goals through reprogramming your subconscious mind and setting up a worthy goal. So we're trying to get as many people here live with us as much as we can. I think, yeah, people are starting to join live and on Zoom as well. I'm admitting everyone who's in the waiting room. Thank you for joining us today. So let's recap what we did yesterday. So we just said that this is day 2 of the 4-day intensive business success and professional fulfillment training. Um, and yesterday we did lots of things. I'm just jumping over the slides. So let's recap what we did yesterday for a second. Yeah, here we are. So yesterday we started talking about how to choose the right goal for you, how to set up a goal that is worthy of you, and how to actually set up the goal conveniently and clearly for your mind to be able to comprehend and to help you achieve that goal quickly and easily. Because there are techniques and processes that we go through, conscious techniques that we go through, but also subconscious mental activity that's going on. And we talked a lot yesterday about the subconscious mind and its tremendously huge role in helping you or holding you back from achieving your goal. And we said that the paradigm, that is the set of habits, of genetic conditioning, of social and environmental habits that you were raised to adopt, and that is now a part of your subconscious mind, is playing a huge role in holding you back. Most of the time, it's there to hold you back and to keep you in your comfort zone. And we talked about techniques and ways to change the paradigm and to change this subconscious programming that may be the reason that you are stuck. So you'll find all of this in the recap that we did yesterday. If you joined using your email, if you were on Zoom, or if you gave us your email, you should have received an email with the recap link. If not, please reach out and we'll send you the link right away. The link is posted on our YouTube channel. If you are joining using maybe on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on YouTube Live, you'll also find the video in my page or in Ahmed's page. It's still there, the live from yesterday. You can always rewatch it, and please reach out if you have any questions. We also talked about the stick person and this concept, this amazing concept that is the stick person, that is here to help us understand a picture of the mind, because we talked about how the mind is usually not represented in pictures. Actually, we never seen the mind, and we usually would assimilate the brain to the mind. These are two different things. We talked about that a lot yesterday, so please rewatch the video. If not, we shared lots and lots of information about the mind. We also talked about the equation of success and the two main ingredients that you need to know in order for you to know where you are going and where you are right now, how to set up the goal, and how to know where to go next. And we talked about how you have a choice to choose your thoughts and how this was one of the main things that changed our lives completely, either Ahmed's or mine, or actually our clients as well. The minute you know you have a choice to choose your thoughts and you are in control of what you're thinking on a conscious level, because eventually that will reprogram your subconscious mind and will control your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and eventually your results. So you have the choice to choose your thoughts. We talked about a lot about this yesterday. So please rewatch the movie. Okay. Please rewatch the live if you haven't yet. And please reach out to us through the comments. I'm looking at the lives on YouTube, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. If there's any question that may cross your mind, please reach out and I'll be sure to answer it right away if I can. In the meantime, let's start day 2. And Ahmed, I'll give you the mic.
Thank you, Nina. Really, it was a movie because everyone's situation is telling a story, and it depends on everyone. Where was his thoughts at the past? So now he's telling the results that he's currently facing. It was all about the thoughts in the past. So today we'll dive deeper and we'll go with the magic in the mind, because today we will give tools to start taking control of our life. It's not only we have this marvelous mind, but we have also magic in that mind. So today we'll be talking about mental faculties or higher faculties. I call them mental muscles. It's like a muscle. It's in the mind, and how we could develop those mental faculties to utilize them in our daily life and take control of our life, and definitely change our results to the results that we really want to have. And that will change all the vibrations of our body as a result. So I will start in something here, which is we are living in 3 different planes of understandings simultaneously. No one teaches us that who we are, how we think, and how we feel, and how we act. So first, even in school or at university, I've never learned that about how we're living simultaneously as a spiritual being, and intellectual. We have intellectual mind, and the body is only just a physical thing that we can feel the universe around us, which is only an instrument. So this invisible world, which is the spiritual world, and needs to be having some wins. And I could tell you, like, through praying or through meditation, you could feed that spiritual being. And the other thing is the intellectual. Intellectually, you could just be reading books, you could be writing, journaling, and learning new skills. And the body, you could take care of your body through making some exercise, walking, running, lifting, swimming, whatever you think that your body needs to exercise. So all those 3 planes of understandings we need to take care of them, and at the same time. Because at school, they never taught us that. They give us really valuable knowledge. They did not tell us how to alter our paradigm, which we talked about yesterday. And the most important thing is that's why we are somehow stuck. And we know lots of things. We are walking encyclopedias, but we have inferior results. We are confused. We are in frustration. We have lots of knowledge in the conscious mind, We know lots of things, but we're not doing it because of the paradigm. So unless the paradigm was changed, nothing will change. We're just having lots of knowledge, some memory, and they test us on memory, on what we remembered, and then we make the exam. And we thought that exam results, that's all what we know. It's not. They never taught us how much capabilities we have. We never understand ourselves. That's the necessity of making the self-discovery. The second thing, they never taught us how to earn money at school. And the third thing, which is the most important thing, is making decisions. So I love this. And in the times of rapid change, learners inherit the earth, where the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. Just if you think of that and just understand that point. If you say that, oh, I know that, you'll be just going back. The second you say, I know, or I understand everything, I know everything, that's the end. You have to be always learning. You have to be always ready to move forward in this life, to make this self-discovery about yourself. Otherwise, you'll be product of others' habitual way of thinking. From today, you must take the control of your thinking, of your thoughts, and do not let anyone else do that. And that starts with the paradigm and with the self-image. Please, guys, to be able, I repeated this lots of times. I want to just keep this as a tattoo in your brain. To be able to change, to be able to shape your future, you have to be willing. So two things, willing and able to change your paradigm. Ability, anyone can change. It's only the one thing, it's are you willing to change? Because if you're not willing, believe me, nothing will change. Nothing. You'll be just stick with the present results, operating with the same thing, and the time will pass, and you don't have any purpose in life, and the paradigm is in control. So you have those old thoughts, which is controlling you. Now we need to make shift for new you, a new model with a new thoughts. Because we explained this to the person yesterday. The new thoughts that you'll create will create new feelings. With the new feelings, you'll create new action, and the universe will give you this reaction. So, and this is the freedom, is you can create anything you want through your thoughts. At the beginning, I read this lots of times, but I started understanding it, repeated this like maybe a million times. But once you get it in your mind, you'll understand that you are in control of everything, starting from your thoughts. So now my colleague will deep diver and dive more into self-image. Nina?
All right, here I am. So the self-image is actually one of my favorite topics ever. And the day I learned about the self-image and its importance in any of the success or any of the endeavors that we may want to achieve or do in our life, that was a very important turning point in my life. Because no matter how well you think you know yourself, no matter how good you think your self-image is, there is always room for improvement, and there is always a hidden part that is still there to discover. And that hidden part, most of the time, is the thing that's holding you back. It's something in your self-image that will hold you back and keep you stuck where you are. So let's dive deep into this concept, the self-image. What does it mean? Henry Ford says that the man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. Which one are you? So if that means something, that means that if you think you can or cannot do something, that's what your self-image is dictating. If you think you're afraid of doing that new thing that you want to do, that you're afraid of buying that house, you're afraid of entering that relationship, you're afraid of starting that business, it's probably something in your self-image that's holding you back, because that is something unknown to it. That is something that your self-image, your opinion about yourself, decided at some point in your life that you're not capable of. So that decision may have come from critique that you have received from your parents, your environment, your society, your friend, whatever. It may be something that you have suggested to yourself. If you keep telling yourself, I'm bad at this, I'm bad at this, I suck at this, can you imagine any effort of like what your body is going to do is going to change something, no matter how you try? If you keep like impressing that idea, that affirmation that you cannot do something, that you suck at that, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to succeed, because you're not going to contradict something that is impressed over and over again on your subconscious mind. So the self-image, if we go back to the stick person image that we started studying yesterday, if you're joining us today, this picture is a representation of the mind, as it should represent the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the body. So the conscious mind is your thinking mind, and the subconscious mind is where your paradigm is. And we talked about how the paradigm is a set of habits and attitudes and fears and beliefs that will constitute your subconscious mind. But it's also a part of the mind where the self-image is stored and hidden, because the self-image is part of your subconscious mind. That means that you think you know yourself, but still there are a part of that opinion that you have of yourself. There's a part of your character, your personality that is hidden, and that is actually dictating or holding you back from doing or not doing what you want. So your self-image can change. But before like figuring out how to change that, we have to understand that your self-image is the main criteria that needs to change in order for you to become that person that achieves the goal. If the goal is big enough and scary enough, it means that you've never done it before. That just makes sense. But if you have never done something before, you need to become the person that does that thing, that is comfortable doing that thing, starting that business, speaking in public, doing that, going on that adventure, whatever you want to do that is scary and big and unknown and new. You need to become that person. In order for you to become that person, your self-image has to change. The self-image is the only thing that that makes the difference between your current version, your actual version, your present persona, and the future version of yourself, the person you need to become in order for you to achieve that goal. So the good news is that the self-image can change. And in order for it to change, we need to do some exercises, but most of all, we need to stay very honest and very direct with ourselves, because this is not obvious. The self-image is something subconscious. We think we know ourselves. Like, look at this picture. This lady here is looking at herself in the mirror, and there are at least three characters in the mirror. The person that she thinks she is, the person she maybe is projecting to the world, and the person she is really. And most of the time we think we're projecting something, but our subconscious behavior actually ends up projecting our true self. No matter how we try, no matter how we act, we still will project our own fears, our own traumas, our own character, our own confidence or lack of confidence to the people. And it's something subconscious. That means people will still feel it. If you are faking confidence, but still you're insecure, it will show. So the only solution is to be honest with yourself and really have this conversation with yourself. It's really actually about getting to know yourself and actually studying yourself. The more you study yourself, the more you fall in love with yourself. And self-love is maybe the most important thing or ingredient that you need to enter in this equation of optimizing or bettering that self-image. So How to go from self-talk to results. This is something I really love because the day I discovered this, the day was when I started setting up goals. I figured out that, okay, I cannot do this if I'm staying this actual current version of myself. Let's call it programming 1.0. So self-image programming 1.0, if you can look at the screen, it's a mix of the critiques, the rejections, the report cards, the mean comments, everything that you have been subjected to in your childhood, in your teenage years, or in our adult life, in our career, whatever has been going on, everything that you said to yourself or somebody else that mattered said to you actually impressed more and more that version of the programming. And that version of the programming, since it is subconscious, and that we learned in day one that the subconscious mind actually controls 95% of our actions, it means that your self-image, your current self-image, is the main ingredient or the main actor in your current results. So we're here today, and we're here for the rest of the training to change our results, right? So in order to change your results, you have to go back and reason back. So we just discovered that the self-image is actually the main ingredient, the main thing that needs to change. How do we change that? First of all, self-talk. Control your self-talk. Stop saying, I suck at this, I'm not good at this. Oh, other people can start business, but I cannot. You're good at this, but I'll never be as good as you. Why are you saying this to yourself? You're only impressing more and more and confirming those limitations, those limiting beliefs, those fears. You will not be able to do anything different if you can continue doing this self-talk this way. So please, please, please be mindful of how you're talking to yourself. And after that, try to install a new version of your self-image. Try to start self-talking in a better way, absolutely better way. Start reaffirming that you can do this in order for you to be able to achieve something. You have to believe that you can do it. And guess what? If you repeat a lie over and over again, you will end up believing it. So that lie better be something you want to achieve and better be something positive. So you're not actually faking it. You're just acting like the person you want to become. Think of like one of the best actors in the world. These actors actually impersonate the character. They become that person. You can see they're really being truthful and genuine in their acting. This is what you want to do. You want to act like the person you want to become. And once you become that person, the things that this person has or does or goes to or lives will come to you quickly and easily. It sounds like magic, but you won't believe the ease and the really it's really something fast and something sometimes surprising. Like you will like wake up one day and all the fear is gone and you believe like, wow, I can do it. Now I can see why. Now I'm that person. And you will start believing it and you start feeling, that new character that you're impersonating, and your results will follow just as organically. So I'll go back to Ahmed for the next part.
Amazing. I would love to add one thing that, as Nina said, we will never outperform our self-image. So our results will not just have different results with the same self-image. So the first thing we have to think about is how could I level up this identity? But if we come back to the earth, we have the environment that we are living in. So this environment is affecting us a lot. So if you just imagine how much the environment is affecting, just think about how much, let's go here and say that, look at the areas of life that your paradigm have enormous influence of: earning money, perception, use of time, creativity, effectiveness, productivity, and logic. So all those aspects of life are affected by your paradigm. And as Nina said, that self-image is part of it. It's in the paradigm. So I want to become something that I want to earn some amount of money, or I have issue with the time. or I'm not creative, I'm doing something that it's not getting any creativity, or I'm not productive. So this is part of your self-image, part of your identity. So you have to up level this identity. Otherwise, you'll stay in the same place. And that will be your approach, your automatic operation system. So if you don't stop and say, okay, I want to make that shift in this approach and start consciously taking care of what I'm really doing, like taking actions, like the communication or proximity, who I'm surrounded with, and accepting and rejecting ideas, all those approaches, or even the fear or discipline or leadership. So all those aspects are affecting our results. And all those are approaches, how you approach that. So unless you are aware of that and start shifting one by one, because you cannot change everything overnight. So you have to start doing it one by one. Otherwise, it will be a messy thing. So at the beginning, the first step, it will be deconstruction. You understood what's going on. And the second step, you start the installation. And the third step, you'll be on the automation. You'll be on automatic system and everything will move. And everything, the change will be huge and permanent. And that's why we are the best to teach that, because we went to the root cause. I said that yesterday. We went to the root cause of the problem. So if we talk about the money, let's say, you have to shift your identity and change your relation with money. If you have a bad relationship, you have to make a shift. How you think about money, how you feel about money, how you behave with the money, and how you behave with the results once you have the amount that you're looking to achieve. So all that will affect all your entire life. And today we will give you tools, because as I said before, we are living in a world, in a physical world around of us, and we are connected through our five senses, which is connected to the conscious mind. We are smelling, tasting, touching, hearing. All those five senses are throwing lots of data. Every second, there's lots of flow of data throwing to our conscious mind. But if you see the picture, there's a black left and right. So we are letting those five senses controlling us. And whatever you're doing daily and letting those five senses, it's a mental activity. It's not thinking. And in this way, you are just living outside in. You're in bondage. You're not free. You're letting everything you see, you feel, you taste, you touch, letting it control you. That's why, and unfortunately, we're conditioned and programmed to think and work like that. But today, it's enough. We have to take control of our life. And we will shift that way of thinking, and we will go to start using our six mental faculties. I wanted to think about those six mental faculties and how could we develop them and utilize them so we can get back the control of our life. And one of the most important thing is how to achieve faster our results. And last thing is just, I don't want to let anything outside of me. I want to start thinking within me. Want to get everything within me in control and have this calmness within me, and don't let the outside affect me, and have this creative thinking. So if we start with those six mental faculties, the first one is the reason, the perception, the intuition, the memory, imagination, and the will. And we will use the five senses only to sense our goals. That's it. That we will use them only for the end game. We will program them for the end game. They will be observing our current results, but they will not react. I don't want this to be those five senses to react for the current results. I want them to just respond and just observe and move on. Don't say, okay, I'm blocked here. I don't know, I can't move. That's why we have two things. You are only limited with weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. We are living in ocean of opportunities, daily opportunities, but just we are not aware of it. We're having this poverty consciousness. If you go through the laws, there's a law of supply. There is infinite supplies. We are living in abundance, but it depends on your thoughts. And the other thing is the imagination is we thought only the kids imagine at school. It's not. This is the only way because images create anything. This phone was created twice. It was an image in the mind, and then it was created physically. So we need to make shift with this attention and start thinking and feeling and just get out of the lack and limitation. Because if you think like that, things will grow. And the thoughts and the feelings and actions, it's like a seed, and that you will be sowing. If you're seeding like lack and limitation, you'll stick to it. You'll stay there. So it's all about levels of awareness. And through our programs, you will raise naturally your level of awareness. It's a level of awareness. Everything is a level of awareness. Like for me, the first thing if I think about that, once I put my goal, I set my goal, okay? I fuse with my goal. I start making a shift in my identity. I make an identity-based behavior to achieve that goal. My awareness will shift, will be going up, will level up, and I'm process driven. And I always develop and change my process because it's always updated as per my results. And now my colleague will develop more and talk more about the six mental faculties. But before, I want to close with this quote from Albert Einstein. I love that quote. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. The intuitive mind, it's the conscious mind, which is full of those six mental faculties that we are not using it. We're putting them aside. We are only servant for our rational mind, which is the subconscious mind, and we're letting it in control, and the paradigm is in control, and the self-image is in control, and that's why we are not getting anywhere. Nina?
Thank you, Ahmed. Yeah, I see that some people are just joining us on LinkedIn. So hello, everyone. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate, put them in the comments and we'll make sure to answer them if we still have the time. Otherwise, we'll still here for 4 days. So this is day 2 of the Mind Mastery 4 days training for business success and personal fulfillment. So please leave your comments on your questions. Otherwise, day 4 will all be about questions and answers. So be sure to join us for day 3 and day 4. If you don't have the time or you're not able to stay until the end, you will find the replay in our LinkedIn pages, in the YouTube channel or the Facebook page if you're joining on Facebook or on YouTube. Otherwise, if you need the link, please do not hesitate. I will send you the link right away so you will be able to join us on Zoom and ask all your questions. And so we are talking about the 6 mental faculties. And as Ahmed was explaining, the 6 mental faculties are actually like 6 mental muscles. It's like you have superpowers that are hidden, that are really underutilized. And it's such a waste because with these 6 mental faculties, we are able to do marvelous things. The first mental faculty that I want to talk about today is intuition. The most successful people in the world always talk about how they follow their gut feeling, their intuition, and it's not by accident. Your intuition can become a very powerful tool in taking business actions, making all kinds of decisions, making all kinds of daring changes, sometimes like a bold move, and that's not really about logic or reasoning or statistics anymore. It's just a gut feeling. You know it's right, and you follow your intuition, and you just do it. And eventually the result will be outstanding. You just did the right thing. You just know that you had to do it. But guess what? Most people do not follow their intuition. And that is because the voice of the intuition is something foreign, something unknown, and something sometimes strange. So when you hear your intuition, you're like, I get this idea, but I don't know if I should act on it because it doesn't make sense. I don't see it. I don't see any statistics. I don't see any facts. I don't see any charts. Like in business, for example, if you're a CEO or a business owner, you probably know what I mean. You just have that feeling that you need to make this change. You need to buy that thing. You need to invest in that property, whatever. Did you act on it? Most of the time, if you're still not familiar with the voice of your intuition, you probably just ignored it. And eventually you figured out, wow, I should have acted on that voice. But if you ignore it time after time, if you do not nurture it and listen to it and entertain it and get emotionally involved with it, you'll never be able to differentiate the voice of your intuition with all kinds of other distractions. If we are in business, if we are even in our personal life, we have to make all kinds of decisions on a daily basis. Every day, there's all kinds of decisions to be made. So you either wait for statistics or facts or the how to manifest and to show itself to you, or you just listen to your intuition. How to make your intuition stronger? You need to train it. It's exactly like a muscle. The next time, before you make a decision, just sit in a calm place and try to listen to your inner voice. Ask questions. Your mind knows the answer. Ask questions and your mind will get you the answer. But you need to act on it. You need to trust it so that the next time you'll figure out, wow, okay, now I can differentiate. This is the voice of my intuition. There's a lot to talk about intuition, but we have very limited time, unfortunately. But I have a surprise for you, so stay tuned in the next few minutes. There's still more to know about the mental faculties, but for now, I want to talk about the second mental faculty, that is perception. This is one of my favorite, and this is actually the easiest to do. Perception is having a bird's eye view instead of a bug's eye view. Imagine if you're a bug in a rug, and you are trying to make your way between the tissue or the fabric of the rug. You can't really see anything around, and it seems like mountains around you, but you're just a little bug in a very large rug, and you don't know where to go, and you don't know what to do with all that, and it seems like huge mountains. But guess what? If you were a bird and you can just fly and take a step back and look at the big picture. We always talk about looking at the big picture and pivoting and changing perspective and all the fancy word that we use in corporate world. So take a bird's eye view about your problems, about your situation. And most of the time when you change your perception, the thing you're looking at changes. And when the thing you're looking at changes, eventually you'll find solutions. Eventually you'll see the opportunity within the challenge. If you're sticking to your old conditioned perception and you just have this narrow vision and you're only looking at the challenge the way you used to look at every single challenge in your life, you'll always figure out the same kinds of actions, you always feel the same kind of emotions, and you will always end up with the same result. That is usually frustration and fear, and eventually failure and lack of success, or eventually just you're wasting your time dealing with an old problem. So this is perception. The next one is reason. So we do have to listen to our intuition, but we also have reasoning factor. It needs to make sense. And sometimes reasoning is underestimated because we reason using logic, right? And our logic is controlled by our paradigm. So our logic can be illogical sometimes and cannot really make sense all the time. The proof is that we used to believe all kinds of things that are not really true. We used to believe that the earth was flat. Sorry, flat earthers, this is not the case anymore, at least. We used to believe all kinds of things that are not true, and our logic is controlled by whatever level of science we have achieved, whatever level of consciousness we have evolved into. And we know that our logic, like for example, when you were younger, you used to believe all kinds of things that are not true, right? And as you evolve, as you learn, as you experiment, and as you gain skills and experience, your logic and your reasoning skills change and evolve and become better. So do not trust your logic all the time. Challenge your reasoning and try to reason using your perception. So when you combine your perception and reasoning from another point of view, you'll get a different result. So this is the magic of our mental faculties. You have to really combine them and play with them. So I was just talking about the surprise that I had for you. So since we don't have that much time to talk about the mental faculties, I have actually written a book about the 6 mental faculties that I called Mind Fitness for Entrepreneurs. It's not just for entrepreneurs, could be for any professionals of any kind, or even if you have any goal at a personal or professional level. Please feel free to get your free copy. So today I'm offering a free copy to all of you who are joining us, either live on LinkedIn, Facebook, on YouTube, or inside Zoom. If you joined inside Zoom, you will get your free copy in the Google Drive I'm sharing with Ahmed later. You'll receive an email with the link, and inside the link, you'll find access to your Google Drive folder, and inside that, you'll find your free copy of Mind Fitness for Entrepreneurs. So the book is all about the mental faculties, how to use them, how to strengthen them, how to transform them into tools to your business, for your life, for your goals, for your self-image. So please feel free to read the book, and I would love to hear your feedback about it. In the meantime, I'll get back to you, Ahmed.
Thank you for that gift. It was so kind from you. And I would love to share something with the audience that those 6 mental faculties, usually we sit with our clients like for 2 weeks at least to teach them. First to understand them, and then how to apply them, and then how to develop them. So it's not something, okay, a destination, it's a journey. And the more you know how to use them, the better results and the more control of yourself you'll get. So it's a process of learning, doing, and improving. And that's how quantum leaps can happen every 90 days. You have to be hyper-focused, because one of the mental faculties is it's the will. You have to be hyper-intentional. You have to be daily focused, studying at least 1 hour on your personal development, and make deliberate practice. And also, I would love to add is leaving impression of increase with everyone you meet. This will be a great energy you'll take every morning. And wherever you feel the fear, because tomorrow we'll be talking a lot about the fear and how to overcome and go just step from the bondage to freedom. Just attack, and just whatever it is, work on it on the spot. Just don't delay, because time is a very limited resource. So unless you make a decision to change, nothing will change. Nothing. It's your choice. It's your choice. Wherever you want to stay in either of the 2 camps, either you'll just level up or you'll give up. You'll be a victim or you'll be a leader. It's your choice. No one can tell you whatever you do. No one have any power over your thoughts. You must make a decision to change, and you have to be willing and not be afraid of your future. Because if you don't make a decision, it's a decision called indecision, procrastination. It's leads to doubt and worry and anxiety. And tomorrow we'll explain this deeper and deeper about the decision. So the more you are disciplined now, the more you are confident, the more you respect, you have the self-esteem of yourself, the better results you'll have. And just you have to keep upgrading and updating your processes consistently over time. So here there's a quote from Andrew Carnegie, who's the mentor of Napoleon, the writer of Think and Grow Rich. He said that an idea held in the mind that is emphasized, feared or revered. So whatever idea you have in the mind, you could take it to the positive side or the negative side. You can be afraid of it or just think of it and just love it, to move it from a want to desire. Will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate physical form available. So it's your choice. And here's would be a great opportunity to talk about this law of gesture. Everything needs time to manifest. Don't say that, oh, okay, I tried that. I thought about that. I'm always positive, but it's not working. Because you're not giving enough time for it. You're not focused. You have to stay focused and know that your goals will become reality when it's the right time. You have to respect the deep desire, this inner dialogue. What's going on inside of you? And just be honest with yourself. And with persistence, the goal must manifest. There's no other option. So it all depends on you. Whenever you have a want, just use your mental faculties in the conscious mind to impress it to become a desire, and you'll have the result that you're looking for. And now I would love to share the 3 types of goals. And this was a shock for me. And I understood why I was not enjoying my life. I was not getting this fulfilling life. Even I was good in making good results, so fair results, let's say, but still I'm not enjoying. So I was at the beginning in level A, which is I'm doing things that I know how to do it. Then I moved to type B, which is things that I can think I can do it. But after I get that point, and then it's boring, and then I get back to the masses. But once I understood that there's a type C that needs to stretch, is things that I never done it before, but I really want to do it. I really don't know how, but I'm willing, and I know I'm able because I have infinite potential that I want to do it. So it's all my job is to extend, to stretch, to grow, to think in extra and just grow for extraordinary goals, not something that, oh, okay, I do it, I know how to do it, or I think if I have the resources, I know how to do it. That's not what we're looking for. You have to fall in love with your goal. You have to set big goals. You have to just make your goals so big. You believe yourself it's impossible. That's how you could be enjoying it and having every day, it's an inspiring day for you, just going and applying the processes and keep upgrading it to achieve your goal. Let's say it's time. Enough is enough. I'm sure that every one of you is sick and tired. It's time to make transformation. It's enough for gathering information. We gathered lots of knowledge from school, from university, from everywhere. So it's enough gathering information, and it's time for transformation. Your goal is into achievements and moving your thinking into results. So it's not saying that, okay, I want to achieve something. It's not enough. We want your dream to become achievement, because the dream, it's only in a conscious level. We want to transfer that into a subconscious mind to be an achievement, because achievement, it's emotionally, it's in the subconscious level. And through our programs and through understanding the mind and the laws of the mind and the laws of God's laws, we will help you step by step. First, setting this worthy ideal goal, that the goal that you really want the most, and it should be a measurable goal. Money and time, we set both of them. From that point, you will know how to shift your paradigm and your self-image, and using your mental faculties and your belief system and your attitude to really achieve your goal. I would love to share one thing before you close. There's one quote with Waltz. He said that the riches you receive will be an exact proportion of the definiteness of your vision. This is number one. So you have to have a vision, which is having also goals in that vision. And you have a purpose why you're doing it. The second thing is the fixity of your purpose. Your why must be much stronger from your why not. And the third thing is the steadiness of your faith. And tomorrow we'll go deeper with the faith and understanding the faith. If you have like a weak faith, you're not able to achieve it. And the fourth one is the depth of your gratitude, because the gratitude will keep you in a vibration which is of abundance. So all those four steps will be, we explained a lot about the first two, but tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about the faith and the gratitude. So we will set you in the right vibration with the right frequency of your goal and set you for the success. Through reviewing, rethinking, and rewriting your goal, just everything will start to shift your thoughts, and they will create an images, especially if you develop your imagination. And then your imagination and image will create feelings, and the feelings will create a different vibrations in your body and will lead you to make an action. And those action will create the result that you're looking for. So this is how you attract success. This is how you attract the friends or the proximity group that you're looking for. This is how this attraction, law of attraction works. It all starts with your thinking. And I want to keep this, please, in your mind. Take attention to that point. You cannot put your thoughts on what's missing. Unfortunately, I was doing that a lot. I was looking just what's missing. The second thing, just your present result. Don't put your thoughts on the present results. Oh, I tried this, but it didn't work. Oh, I contacted that client, but he didn't respond. Oh, I did this, but it didn't work. Just observe it. Don't react to it. Don't be emotionally involved with the present result. The third thing is your past. Don't let your past dictate your present or your future. And the fourth one, which is the most dangerous one, don't put your thoughts for what others want for you. No one will achieve your goal. It's only you. And now we get to the exercises for today. So we will be sending to you a PDF. It's called It's Time. And we want from you to sit in a really calm place, an ideal place, like a nice garden, or I don't know, something that you really enjoy to sit and just, we want you to think and imagine and use your imagination and start playing with your mental faculties and think, what do you really want more than anything else? And I want you to live that moment that you already achieved that desire that you're really looking for. I want you to have that vibration and write 10 goals, let's say, because by tomorrow, we should have to get one goal, what you want the most. So now make a shopping list of 10 goals, let's say. And I want you also in the worksheet that Nina will be sharing with you, just write 3 greatest growth points since the beginning of this year. Just be honest with yourself. What you did toward yourself, toward your personal growth. From my experience, and maybe the last day, Nina, I would be sharing my story, and it would be a great opportunity to share that, because the best investment I ever done is in myself, and I will never stop investing in myself because this is the best return on investment. So write the 3 great things that you've done toward yourself, growth points, and just ask yourself and be honest with yourself, where are you winning right now and why you are winning? Because if you notice that, you can win anywhere you want, anywhere you set your mindset to. And for the entrepreneurs who are with us or business owners, just ask yourself, where are your top 3 business challenges that you're facing daily? And how can you turn, using the 6 mental faculties, how you can turn them into opportunities? You can't imagine how many issues we faced through even my 15 years in the corporate world, how many opportunities I missed, or how many challenges I faced. And I tried to change, to move it to opportunity, but this material helped me a lot to shift, to change, to look from a different perspective, to change the way of thinking and think in a certain way. And at the same time, I want you to ask yourself, where are the 3 top personal challenges and how you can turn this into opportunities? Because there's a lot of polarity, as my colleague said, which is the perception, because for everything, there's an opposite. For everything. Just look for it, even if it's small. That's your attitude. And tomorrow we'll be elaborating more about the attitude, because it's one of the power of 5, the keys of the success. And the last thing, what are your main frustrations in this life? And what are the solutions? Just write it down. Start thinking. Start reasoning. Reasoning is the ability to think, and do not let the paradigm lead you. What are the most you are attached to? Maybe a relationship, maybe a partner, maybe a business, maybe a career. And just make that decision and ask yourself, what's holding me back on the things that I really want the most? Because that's not the results that I really want. So release it. Make that decision. Let your intuition guide you. Don't be trying to be smart, because you have a perfect intuition. It's from God. So write your goals, those 10 goals, let's say, in the present tense, because your subconscious mind does not differentiate between the present, past, and the future. You just give him the present tense. He doesn't understand now, right? Just, I am so happy and grateful now for all the goals that you want to achieve. And after that, write 3 to 6 steps, goal activity, achieving activities, what do you want to do the most? 3 to 6 activities that will guide you to your goal, but you have to be committed. It's not enough to say it. That's why most of us have this gap between knowing the things and doing the things. Okay, I know I have to do that, but I'm not doing it. That's why we have those gaps. And keep in your mind, set big goals. You're worthy. You have infinite potential. I didn't imagine myself. It was in the corporate world, and I'm having like a degree in engineering and then degree in business. I didn't imagine myself doing coaching or mentorship. So look for what you really want, because you'll be very successful at that. Look for big goals and ask your deep desire, what do you really want? Be emotionally involved with your goal. And thank you for today. If you have any questions, you could share your goals. If you have any questions, share with us anything you want. Thank you, Nina.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, and thank you very much to everyone who has joined us today, either on Zoom or on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. If you just joined, we just finished day 2 of the 4-day Mind Mastery training for professionals, business leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs. Be sure to leave your comments or questions. We'll make sure to answer every single one of them. If you want to receive your workbooks, the free copy of my book, and the It's Time brochure from Ahmed, please leave your email so that we can get back to you. If you registered using your email already, that's okay. You will receive all the links just after the meeting is finished. So thank you everyone who has joined us. Ahmed, you wanted to say?
Yeah, I want to say something, please, guys. Tomorrow is the most important day. Tomorrow is the most important day. So if you miss the first day and the second day, it's okay. Tomorrow we'll make a small recap, but tomorrow is the most important day. So make sure that tomorrow you come, just remove all the distractions, because you'll have lots of knowledge, and we will tell you practical things to apply it daily. It's called the power of 5. Thank you, Nina.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back tomorrow.
Thank you.